relying heavily on like tons of layers inside.
Which is key, I think. Achieving that shape through the cut's geometry, not just by adding layers everywhere, that keeps it looking really sharp.
That's the fascinating part. The technique is the structure. The angle itself generates the volume and the shape.
Okay, so if we're thinking about it like drafting a blueprint, where do we start? It must be the sectioning, right? Before any cutting happens.
Absolutely. That's the foundation. You have to map it out first. It's all about establishing these non-negotiable anchor points.
Makes sense.
So the very first thing is the profile section. Basically, think of it like drawing a line right down the middle of the head.
Okay.
A straight line starting right at the front of the forehead, going all the way down to the nape of the neck. That immediately splits your working area in half. Symmetry from the get-go.
Got it. North-south axis, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this term that sounds quite technical, the frontal motif.
Yes.
It's described as a triangular section at the front. Why that shape? Is there a geometric reason for a triangle there?
There is, actually. It's quite specific. You create this triangle by placing the comb basically at the outer ends of the eyebrows and sectioning inwards.
Okay.
And that triangle isn't random. It's designed to control the weight visually around the face. It helps maximize how much length you can get dropping forward from the temple area. It's calculated.
So that profile line and this frontal triangle, they work together.
They combine to set up the initial guide for the front, yeah. But the real anchor for the whole cut, especially the angle itself, that's established right at the very bottom, at the nape.
Okay, go.
You take a clean horizontal section, usually starting on the left side at the bottom, and that's where you cut your first guide. That sets the shortest point of the entire haircut.
So that's the starting point for the length.
Exactly. And it's critical because that point defines the fixed design aspect we talked about.
Right.
Every single cut you make in the back section after that has to relate back to that initial short length. It's the constant reference. It locks in the shortest point.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. The core technique that actually creates that slope, that signature angle.
Yeah, this is the clever part.
Because we're not just letting the hair fall naturally now, are we? We're actively controlling it.
Precisely. We're forcing the angle through technique. This is where the fixed design line concept really comes into play.
How does that work?
So the stylist uses their comb almost like a ruler. Super precise. They take these perfectly straight horizontal sections moving up the back of the head from that first nape guide.
Okay, horizontal section.
Okay.
And the cutting action itself. The source mentioned something counterintuitive.
Right. The hair is combed backward, away from the face.
Backward, toward the nape.
Exactly. It's brought back towards that fixed cutting point, which is either the initial guide at the nape or a point established just behind the ear as you move up.
Why do that? Why pull it back?
Well, think about it geometrically. Imagine that guide point at the back is like the fixed center point of a compass. The hair near the face is like the longest arm of that compass needle. By pulling that longer front hair all the way back to that short fixed point and cutting it there.
You're forcing it to travel a longer distance.
Precisely. So when you release that hair and it falls back to its natural position at the front, it has to be longer. It's swung out the furthest radius from the cutting point.
That makes so much sense.
Ah.
The backward combing creates the angle.
That's the mechanism. Pulling the front towards the back guide is what builds the angled bob shape. It's not freehand, it's engineered by that movement.
Wow. Okay. So the source also mentions using a blunt cut for this, for that really clean, sharp line.
Yes, sharp scissor strokes are important.
But isn't there a risk with blunt cutting like that of creating like a heavy shelf, making it look too blocky?
That's a valid concern, and it comes down to precision. You need the blunt cut for the sharpness, but you avoid the blockiness through control.
How?
Well, first, the hair is combed really taut against the comb itself before cutting. Clean, sharp strokes. But also, crucially, look at the client's head position.
Right. It says they need to tilt their head forward slightly.
Yes, as the stylist works up through those horizontal sections.
Why is that tilt necessary?
It's actually pretty important. That slight forward tilt helps maintain a perfectly straight cutting line relative to the client's posture and neck shape. If the line is cut perfectly straight while they're tilted slightly forward,
then when they sit up straight,
the line falls perfectly clean and sharp against the neck. It prevents the line from kind of curving inwards or looking uneven. Once the head is upright, it keeps the structure pure.
Got it. So this whole process, horizontal sections, coming back to the fixed point, blunt cut, client tilted forward, just gets repeated up the back.
Exactly. You just keep following that initial guide, bringing each horizontal section back to the established cutting point. Same process on the right side, cutting naturally without tension, always referencing that guide. The angle just emerges from doing that consistently.
Okay, so the main structure, that dramatic angle, is now built. Phase 2 seems to be about refining it, right?
Yep.
Making sure it doesn't look too severe or blocky.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's about balancing things out and adding a bit of softness and movement so that strong line doesn't feel completely rigid.
How do they start with that?
Well, first step is usually checking the symmetry. Parting the hair right down the middle lets you see if both sides are hanging evenly.
Makes sense.
But then, critically, you need to consider the client's natural parting, where they actually wear their hair day to day.
Ah, right. Because that affects how the hair falls and where the weight is.
Precisely. So if someone parts their hair on the left, for example, the stylist needs to account for that. They might start the detailing work on the right side, which naturally has a bit less volume when parted on the left, just to ensure the final style looks balanced on the client.
That's really practical detail. And then it mentions adding layers, but specifically soft layers.
Yes, very important distinction. These aren't the kind of layers you cut to create massive volume throughout the haircut. It's much more subtle.
So what's their purpose then?
It's about creating a graceful transition, especially at the front where the short back meets the longer front sections, and about adding internal movement.
Okay, and how are they cut? The source mentioned a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, usually starting around the cheekbone area. They take fine sections and cut soft layers at roughly a 45-degree angle.
And that does what visually?
It just helps the hair blend better. It softens that jump from short to long, introduces a bit of texture and flow right where you need it. It makes the hair fall better when it's dry, gives it that little bit of swing without sacrificing the main angled line.
Right, so it softens the geometry without destroying it.
Exactly. And the very final touch is usually some work on the ends themselves.
Point cutting.
Point cutting, that's cutting into the ends, right?
Yes, vertically, with the points of the scissors. The goal here is purely to soften the perimeter line. It removes any harshness or bluntness right at the very edge, making it look lighter.
Yeah, it makes the ends appear a bit lighter, less solid, more natural flow. But the key rule here, and it's absolute, is that this point cutting must not shorten the overall length that was established. It's only about refining the texture on the very ends.
Okay, structural work done, angles perfected, geometry refined. What about the finish? Styling.
Well, the haircut is typically finished with a really sleek, controlled blow dry first. You want to emphasize those clean lines initially.
Show off the cut itself.
Exactly. But what's interesting is the source immediately points towards versatility. While the straight look really highlights the precision of that angle,
Yeah.
it also suggests adding movement afterwards, maybe using a straightener to create some soft waves.
Oh, okay. So it's designed to work both ways.
Absolutely. It confirms that the underline cut, that fixed design line, is strong enough to hold its shape and look modern and stylish whether you wear it dead straight, showing off the pure geometry.
Or a bit wavy and softer.
Right. The integrity of the design, that angle, it holds up either way, which is the sign of a really well-executed structural cut. So if we were to kind of boil it all down, the big aha moment for me with this forward angled bob is really the elegance of it all.
Yeah.
How you get the sophisticated shape, not through like guesswork or just tons of hidden layers,
Right.
but through this really disciplined use of a fixed anchor point, that hinge, like we said, and that slightly weird action of combing the hair backward.
Yeah, that counterintuitive move.
That's what generates the precise length difference. It's basically, applied geometry, Euclidean principles, but used to create style. It's quite brilliant when you think about it.
It really is. Using that fixed anchor to create deliberate, dynamic variation across a surface. It's fascinating how that principle works here in hairstyling.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, and this is something maybe for you, the listener, to think about. What other complex-looking designs out there rely on this same fundamental idea? Maybe think about architecture, some modern buildings with those sweeping lines.
Or even in fashion, like how patterns are drafted for garments to create symmetry or structure.
Exactly. Where else is this principle of using one fixed point, one constraint, to generate controlled variation across a whole form? It's kind of a fundamental design concept, isn't it?
It really is. Mastering the constraints.
Mastering the constraints often leads to the most compelling results. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the precise geometry of the forward angled bob. Hopefully that's giving you something new to appreciate next time you see one.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.
Hello friends, welcome to our channel.
I'm with you with one new video. Gradient to you today, bob haircut design. I will explain in detail how it is done. I first create our basic distinctions. First, a separate profile distinction. How do I create profile separation? To the beginning of the forehead, straight line in one stripes. To the distinction we have reserved until the end of the neck. We say profile separation. Crown separation in division 2. Crown separation is also 2 eyebrows, 2 ears apart, 1. The distinction we have separated from ear to ear. We call crown separation. With this distinction, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. So profile separation and crown separation hair automatically 4. We separate the main part. We make this distinction first. When creating a distinction, because we will form the basis of the bob distinction here. From the bottom of every distinction, I'm creating one horizontal distinction. After creating the distinction on the right and left sides, as you can see again, here, I clearly state with lines. After creating this separation, we will cut the basic length of the hair. In this distinction, after cutting hair length, without creating any mistakes, is your right side short? Is your left side long? It's like it happened, we eliminate the problems. First, we determine the length of the hair. Here is our guide hair length. From the middle part of the hair, from the neck, we want to see. Creating a distinction. The first distinction is a distinction where we will determine the length of the hair, as you can see here. Starting from the middle part, we will cut the other parts to the same size. We will start from the nape part, and when I come to the front parts, light 1 horizontal at an angle of 45 TL. Short to forward 1A. We will continue our haircut with an angle. As you can see here, with the sharp horse cutting technique. With straight scissor stroke, I continue our haircut. After crossing to the left, we use our comb as a ruler. The hair point we cut before, aligning comb with 6 haircut technique. We cut straight one way. If you want here, you can also cut it straight in one way. If you want, it's a little lighter to make the front a little longer. Horizontal 1 distinction, exhibiting a horizontal 1E grip. 1 slightly forward at a slightly 45-degree angle. We can get in view. If you want the light front to be long here, comb a little horizontally in one way. Then we can make it look longer one by holding. After cutting here, the left side is the same as the right side. Here to prevent the protrusion of the ear, so I scan it backwards, separating it from the middle part of the ear. Lightweight, and prevent the protrusion of the ear here, you know, your hair, to prevent it from being crooked. After separating, my comb is slightly forward again, a slightly curved shape. Holding it so I don't cut it straight, to provide a slightly forward-looking 1. Light 1E monthly. With comb grip. Light forward. To provide 1 extending appearance. I hold it at that angle and I continue my cut here light. Comb with a slight 45-degree diagonal separation. Diagonale ignite combe. I cut after holding it the same way. And the front of the light hair gets a longer 1 look. as you can see here. I create the second distinction. After cutting the basic structure of the hair, I'm creating the horizontal separation again in the second stage. Here I am creating one distinction from the middle again. And after creating a distinction, I will create a horizontal 45-degree angle. I'm combing the hair here. I'm looking from the bottom, seeing the hair point I cut before. Then, lifting slightly upwards horizontally, holding at 1 angle. I apply cut. This angle is kept here. Horizontal is a 45-degree angle. Again in the same way, 1. The next section in the same way. Again with the sniper cutting technique. I continue my haircut with straight scissors blow. The hair I cut as a guide in the middle. The left and right sides are the same. I continue by cutting guinea 2, 1. I'm creating a distinction here. I'm creating horizontal distinctions. You too. My video, like and express your thoughts in the comments. I want friends. If you like my video and if you also share your social media address, we will reach many people. The second distinction. Guinea this time, guinea horizontal 45-degree angle. By following the hair point we passed before, I continue our haircut. I cut the first and second steps at a horizontal 45-degree angle. In the videos section of my channel, videos available in many categories. You can also watch these videos, guys. Haircut coloring. Keratin hair care. Ombre sombre. Blonde hair opening. Many services such as painting. You can find it in the videos section of my giant channel. And if you want to get a haircut service from me, my channel, 3 social media addresses are available in the description section. By reaching my hall from here, haircut service. And you can also get other hairdressing services. After cutting this length, our model wanted her neck to be a little shorter. That's why we're still the same Shortened in the section I told you by shortening now 3. We went to the section. Here 3. Guinea horizontal, because we came to the top in the section. Exiting from 45 whole angle. Vertical this time. I created one distinction here, vertical 45s. We will create an angle, guys. And cut from there. As you can see here, we cut it before, from the hair point. Creating a vertical 45-degree angle. I create a vertical 45-degree angle and I keep cutting hair. This is one angle that we describe as vertical 45 degrees. The hair point we cut before, well, after seeing it as a guide. With vertical separations, create the 45-degree angle. We continue our gravitation bob cutting here. I cut it in the middle here and I cut the left side. And the left side, backside of 3 main sections. 3 vertical, by creating separations slice by slice. At 45-degree angle. I continue our haircut. After cutting this section, after cutting at 45-degree angle, as you can see, I look at the middle part and check. And So 45 quarter angle again. We continue our cut. What? Here from the back. Because there is a slight length on the front, I equated it with the length of your hair. Any now. From our first distinction on the left. Comb again after separating. With our comb. Slightly forward. I'm scanning. Our comb. Yes. As you can see, the back of the hair is dyed. Using our comb like a ruler. Straight one way. I'm cutting. Here is a light one forward length, friends. Not straight our comb. You can also keep it slightly horizontal, to look longer. Here we use our comb as a ruler. We continue our haircut, friends. Likewise on the right. I scan properly and one hair point we cut before as a guide. I continue my haircut. Here is the comb 6 haircutting technique. As you can see, I saw the previous haircut point. Under my comb and flush, I continue the haircut. I combed my comb properly with a warm comb, and I aligned the hair with the hair point I had cut before. After aligning, I continued cutting. I'm checking a little here. Sometimes here according to the fall of hair. I cut according to the fall of the hair. Sometimes hair can be worn. After checking to see if there is an error at the bottom, we will continue our process, guys. Now, friends, we determined our cut, the model of the hair. I switched to the personalization EE section here. Friends, so that there is no hard one image on the ends of the hair. Me starting from the neck again with green scissors. Step by step. I'm doing thinning. Here I apply it to the ends of the hair. Before the bottom of the hair, do your hair with unbreakable scissors. Starting from the middle part, as you can see from the end parts. Apply thinning process. In the process I did here. More homogeneous distribution of the haircut. And to avoid scissors, thinning with fine scissors. I'm doing the procedure on the ends of the hair. Here by separating the hair gradually with thin slices. Thinning the ends of the hair. Here and done work. In the process we have done. You may have gotten the density of the hair too. So we may have, if your model complains about the density of the hair, with this kind of operation, you can get the hoage density just by thinning it. But if you don't want one hard image on the ends of the hair, here, with the same process, you can soften the ends of the hair to make transitions look healthier. End parts. By thinning process, we can soften it with this kind of thinning process. We make sure that your transitions are one more beautiful image. Here, we will give a slight movement to the front parts of the hair. Friends, I divide the hair in half, so I'm recreating the profile distinction. Here from the end of my eyebrow, E1. Yuri from the point where my comb touched by starting. I will create one distinction that we call a null forehead motif. Move the hair from the front part. We make our distinction. I'm going to give a little movement in front of the hair here, so I'm doing some folding. But from this point we have separated, so we will make a move from the section we reserved. To throw a light coat in the front, I divided the hair in half. To cut the E section on my client's left side, I'm going to the right side. And towards chin level 1 I cut a 45-degree month by determining an angle, and after cutting the left side, I go to the left side to cut the right side. I mean, which hungry side I'm going to cut, I go to the opposite part of it, and I continue to cut. I hope you found my video nice. My advice to you, I would be very pleased if you like my video. And I would be very pleased if you subscribe to my channel. And a new feature has been opened on YouTube, Whip feature. After liking this video, whip directly to this video. There will be a section to do it usually, when you do it from the phone, not the computer. Me when you hype here too. The glass ball of my video, it goes up to the top. Thanks to you. So we will reach many people. Your likes and comments are very important to us. Thanks to you, we reach many people. I mention this in every video because likes and comments. It changes the magic of the video so much. So like my video and subscribe to my channel. I would be much more pleased if you watch. As you can see here, hair. I scanned, and after reaching nose level, from the inside out at an angle of 45 degrees again. At an angle of 45 degrees, I cut. So I checked. This hair point we cut with a file scissors on the front. I thin it with a light pictus technique. To make a better fall. Yes, friends, our haircut is over. Our model is like this. One view more curved from the back, so one design we call Gradation Bob. If you want to make one such design, if you want to make one model like this, from my social media addresses in the description section of my video, reaching me, coming to my hall, you can get one haircut like this. You can get service from me, guys. I hope you like my e-model. Hope to see you for now. Take good care of yourself. I wish you a good day.
Hello friends, hello ** medium-sized layered. Haircut design for you today. How to do it, I will explain it in detail too. Our hair first, we create a horizontal separation from the nape part. After creating this separation ** again, we create a vertical separation from the middle part **. Yes, taking your hair will form the basis. Starting from this basic first distinction **. This is our horizontal distinction, ***. The moon will be our basic distinction after cutting the first distinction, the second. Distinction guinea, we create a horizontal distinction ***. As you can see, we will cut the hair in 3 stages. Here is the length of your hair ***, to form the basis of this hair. That is, the length of the hair with an intellectual technique we created. We will determine the basic hair lengths. Now ***, bird ***. I'm separating the hair from the middle part again, vertically ***, and the hair. I cut before ***, as you see the point was see our guide from the bottom and straight. Between fingers with cutting technique, I cut it by weighing backwards in the same way. After cutting the left side, the right side is also starting from the middle part B, following our guide ***. I cut it the same size. I scan it backwards ***. Now I'm scanning the third stage backwards ***. And the middle part separating, as you can see, I'm creating a profile B. Profile distinction and combing backwards. After creating a profile separation, another crown separation in creating this is how I created. I scan backwards ***. Starting from the middle part of the guinea ***, I cut it straight, so it's a straight ***, as a guide from the hair point. I cut before ***. I cut and cut the same size * here. Between fingers, we apply it with cutting technique. Yes, straight haircut ***, cut shape backwards with straight. Scissor strokes, we applied our scanning cutting process here after cutting the foundation of the hair. Friends ***, that is, after determining the length of the hair. From the front, as you can see, so I made a horizontal distinction ***. After creating that separation, so yeah, I'm scanning upwards, and to create multiples ***, I determined a height from the front ***, and first point cutting technique. Then now pick this technique I soften the ends of the hair by applying after cutting the front part back diagonal ***, across distinction. Ear to come behind, I'll fold the front part ***, I create. Across separation ***, and yeah, and after you make a distinction from this Hat combing the hair upwards, the hair guide I cut on the front ***. I will comb your hair length guinea up ***, and comb the hair back to the front, and here ***, I saw your hair. Point the hair point I cut before, as you can see. I'm scanning slightly forward, ***, and the hair point I cut and the front ***, at an angle of 45 degrees. I comb and cut and fold. After cutting the left side again, I go to the right side, friends. I went to the right cut on the right side. I pass to the left side of our customer while cutting, and I cut ***, and from the hair point. I cut before I'm cutting now after seeing my guide. I'm cutting it at an angle of 45 degrees again on the hill again, so I'm creating a triangular eye form. After creating this triangular form from a right to a left asterisk asterisk previous hair, take my guide from the hair point I cut. I lift the hair upwards to the exit, I scan, and see the guides I've cut after seeing them asterisk asterisk with point cutting. Technique: cutting my hair and the ends of the hair after cutting asterisk asterisk. I also soften it with the pectaz technique. Asterisk asterisk I ensure their transitions after doing this. Back part creating vertical separations asterisk asterisk. Will cut my first piece from the right asterisk asterisk from the left side starting from the hair point I cut before I'm getting my guide. Now I'm combing your hair up and down, and after seeing my guide asterisk asterisk, as you can see, I cut it with a sharp horse sharp technique. Asterisk asterisk. Then I create a vertical separation to the second part. After creating this, I scan upwards. Here's some hair. It was announced because it was a refreshed operation. Hair a little bit asterisk asterisk as you can. See asterisk asterisk E. We have a little difficulty in scanning because it dries. That's why in the restrictive 3 parts of the hair, E. Yes, we cut it asterisk asterisk yes. After creating the EE distinction in the middle asterisk asterisk, combing the hair upwards asterisk asterisk and the top that I cut before, after receiving my guide, I cut as you see here. I comb the guinea towards the exit of the hair. I see my guide asterisk asterisk and I cut with the cutting technique. Now, after applying the folding process E, I will apply thinning the ends of the hair asterisk asterisk. Now here I did the I haircut and her hair again asterisk asterisk, complete in a single batch, combing the hair and upwards asterisk asterisk. I will scan and scan them all again. In one movino, I will cut it evenly more to the ends of the hair, above asterisk asterisk entrances and exits asterisk. Mistakes to check it out. I'm scanning upwards, and again, asterisk asterisk with point cutting technique, asterisk asterisk. Equalize by cutting from the light ends asterisk asterisk and E, and I make it look layered fashion show on the ends of the hair after doing this procedure with scissors asterisk asterisk E. Softening process, so I'm transitioning hair here. I apply auger technique to the ends by hitting the hair and the ends of the hair E after. Twisting my hair after twisting her hairum like this, and after twisting the ends with E-file scissors asterisk asterisk. I'm thinning the thinning job here gradually asterisk asterisk. I apply in the form of 1, 2, 3. As you can see the ends of the hair 3 in 2 ways asterisk asterisk. Yes, I made 2 levels here. Your may vary according to your thinning intensity asterisk asterisk. Neither too thick nor too thin here. Taking the way I apply thinning process by hitting it into pieces here to thin the density of the hair, and here scissors, so that the floors are more transitional, and we provide after doing this. Our process ends, and I apply the blow-dry process floor moving so, a hair design. If you want a haircut like this, description part of my video, social media addresses available asterisk asterisk, reaching here asterisk. You can come to my salon and get a haircut service. Asterisk asterisk I will be with you with new videos. Hope to see you. Take good care of yourself. Goodbye. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I'm with you with a new video. To you today, how to do blunt haircut. I will explain it in detail. First, we make profile separation. Profile separation your neck from the beginning of your forehead. We applied until the end. We call the straight line profile separation. If the second E distinction, E, crown separation from one ear to the other. We also apply this distinction. When we apply this distinction, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. We make a straight distinction from the back again. After separating the 4 main sections, hair gradually starting from the neck, with sharp horse cutting technique. Her hair here, creating sharp lines. Create a straight cut and get a blunt look. Here with the comb 6 hair cutting technique. As you can see, comb with 6 hair cutting technique. We apply a straight cut E. Burden. We determine the length of the hair in the first level we cut. This size affects the whole course of your hair. And so this is our guide. By following this guide, we'll cut all the hair the same size. HH. If you want to watch my other videos too, my channel, I have many category videos in the videos section. Guinea comb after cutting his neck. With hair cutting technique. As you can see, using my comb as a ruler and following the previous hair cutty height, I continue cutting on the same plane and cut in the same way as the second stage. I'm so sorry I went to this third level. Guinea sweat left with hair cutting technique, using my comb as a ruler, using the spot where I cut my previous hair, and I continue my haircut. I continue my cutting by creating a straight line. Here, I use my comb in light color. Our hair color is darky. Comb haircut comb use is also very important. If you use a comb according to the color of the hair. Very comfortable in the cut E. You watch on the road. I recommend this to you as a footnote. As you can see, the hair point I cut before. Again using our comb as a ruler, we continue our haircut. Gradually separating the hair. Creating horizontal separations. And sharp horse cutting technique with straight scissor stroke. Using our comb as a ruler. We will get a blunt look. We use our comb like a ruler. And we continue our cutting. The hair color of the cut comb you used here. We stated that it should be compatible. If the hair is dark here, a light comb. If the hair is light, you can choose a dark comb. While cutting, make sure your scissors are specific. Certain scissors make clearer cuts and helps you cut hair without shredding. This is too when you cut your customer. So when the next month comes, it will tell you that your hair grows healthier. As you can see, the back stage is completely. We cut it with the first size we cut. Now we go to the left side. We will cut the sides. Here is to 2-stage chestnut hair. Here is the head of our customer first, adjusting the stance distance. And here, combing hair. As you can see, from the hair point we cut before, taking our guide. We continue our haircut from here. VE. From the first hair point we cut, following our guide, on our side. I keep cutting. After cutting the left side, the right side is also. We cut 2 stages. Our budget hair. E. I'm adjusting the stopping distance of the head of our budget. And as you can see, following our guide. We continue our cut. Here by taking the space in your ear and touching it with scissors. This is also very important. We continue our cut after receiving. Here at the bottom. After checking our guide, I keep cutting our hair point. To the front of the hair after cutting the basic length of the hair. We will earn some reed, hereby creating distinctions from the line of the forehead and eyebrows. So E. By creating a separation of purchase motif. I'm creating a triangular E distinction here. My eyebrows here. E from the starting and point of your eyebrows, E. Starting from 1. And E our customer's E cutting section. Standing on the diagonal. I separate and we continue our cut. I'm applying 45-degree angles here. And the first hair point I cut as a guide. I keep cutting, providing a nice pass in front. Here cartoon bang curtain bangs. To get a look we call. We made our distinction and we continue our cutting process. After cutting the first part, I moved to the second part. Here is our comb. I'm measuring the hair point I cut before. And the same. I cut in inches. And gradually again at 45-degree angles. I continue to cut. As you can see, we got a blunt look. All hair length with moving fronts is the same size. A Kurdish hair design. If you want to get a haircut like this, coming to my hall, by appointment, you can get the same style haircut service from me. You can get a haircut. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Hope to see you.
Hello friends, today you have a straight haircut. Curtain bangs, aka cartoon banks. Haircut. How to design it, I will explain it in detail. We create the first basic distinctions. We will divide the hair into 4 main sections. Our distinction to the first main section is profile separation. Profile separation 2. To the distinction we have separated from the eyebrow mark to the neck. We call it straight profile separation. Later crown separation. Crown separation from ear level to other ear. The straight separation we have separated. We call the crown distinction. When we create these distinctions, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. First part, I will apply straight haircut. Hair in the first part. I create one horizontal distinction from the nape part. ND determine the size we will cut. We will apply the first basic distinction, is straight haircut. From the back part, I created a horizontal distinction and I cut the basis of the hair she. Right now I created a straight 1E cut here. This straight cut, then gradually upwards, creating horizontal separations. Her hair is the same size in the section where I cut it straight. I will cut, that is, the hair point we cut before as a sheath. I saw it and I cut it straight with one scissor stroke. And after equalizing that part in the same way, I'm opening the other part too. As you can see the top. At the bottom, I combine it with the guide we cut and cut it to the same size. As you can see here, with sharpening cutting technique, that is, straight truss service. I'm creating a straight one cut. Then from behind, the long remaining part is horizontal again, one in a gradual way, by creating a distinction. I keep cutting. That is one straight line by scanning the back part backwards. Clear one cut by forming line. I'm doing it so my hair's on the back. I specify for free and create one straight cut. The right and left are the same. Scanning backwards. I'm creating a straight one cut. We have determined the basis of the hair, that is, the length of the hair. Now I'm going to part 2. After determining the length of the hair, I will apply a folding process and curtain cardamom on the front, that is, curtain bank haircut. I created a profile separation between the middle and 2 to create the hair. From 2 eyebrows, we created one distinction towards the neck, this profile distinction, and from the end of the eyebrow E, starting to the front, my B, but just motif. I reserved the section, guys. From here in the first place, right side, I go to the left side of my customer because I cut it and the chin. I'm setting E one guide from the line. E, and from here to be mobile in the front, that is, the story. From the jaw level to stop the longest, set the shortest section. Create across one distinction. In D, I created a cut at an angle of 45 degrees. Then behind the ear, E, I created one diagonal distinction. Front of the hair, the same way you see guinea. I continue from the right part, like this part. It's like 45 degrees with the hair point I cut before. I will apply angle folding process. I scan as you can see. I lifted our customer's height slightly and his head slightly up, and the sheath from the hair point I passed before. See, and at an angle of 45 degrees, I applied the cutting process because I cut the hair in half here, starting from the top of the other back, creating one horizontal distinction. I'm creating a new cross E1, as you can see. I'm combing with the lowest hair length I've cut before. With the longest part, I set my guide and create horizontal separations gradually, combing the hair forward and following the guidance we have set. I'm applying a folding process. Here, combing the hair forward, your hair again the way I combed it here. Crossway E, I'm scanning friends. So, to the cover we have determined on the front. So in a way, suitable for hair length. Did you drink the cut with a straight scissor blow again? Because I scanned the front here, their backs stay longer and E stays behind longer. Unfolding process when we leave it towards the back. So it's layered and it's layered. Both your hair is not gone. Here I cut the first eye step, then I cut the second piece. Guinea is also on the left. I created a purchase motif from the end line of the eyebrow to the peak. I'm scanning it diagonally again. And shortness, so I'm setting my guide. What size your hair will be at the level of your chin. I sharpened one direction and crossed one way. So diagonal 1 angle with one cut angle of 45 degrees. I will cut. Yes, I see my guide and I scanned it diagonally. I'm cutting my client's left side late, this time but on the right side of my client. I'm cutting by finding friends. Then from the peak one cross to the back of the ear. I created one diagonal distinction and one from the hair point I cut before. Cross again, seeing my guide 1. Cutting at an angle of 45 degrees with a scanning angle. Folding process. I'm creating. Here we ensure that the front parts are folded, friends. I saw my sword here, I cut it the same size. Cross the front parts to the back parts. This is the point I have reserved, friends. Now create horizontal separations. In a gradual way up to the neck. Combing forward, I will apply my cutting process. This process is hair folding. As you can see here, cross one scan angle. I created it, and from the nape part to the front part. Yes, the longest part. I take it as a guide and continue my cutting process. As you can see, I'm scanning guinea. I create horizontal Bs gradually. I'm combing the hair point I cut before. I see my guide. What does the guide mean? 1 means the hair size we cut before. I'm scanning the previous. The hair length I cut. I cut this process to the same size after seeing it. I'm applying it until I get to the section on the nape, friends. I see my guide, as you see. And I cut the sharp horse cutting technique with straight scissors service. Friends, our haircut is over. Now your hair. Thinning your hair 3. For applying straight scissor stroke on the ends. I need to thin it with some effigy scissors. I'm here with a feely scissors, the ends of the hair. Pictas technique. I soften, as you can see. So by adding some motion to the ends of the hair, I'm thinning. Get the hard look here. You know the hard look? We eliminate it with pictage technique. Such guinea by creating horizontal separations and scanning forward. As you can see in the hair spot I cut before, I apply a thinning process, right and left in the same way, separating into pieces, into slices. I apply a thinning process. You too, curtain bangs. Curtain banks. If you want to get a haircut in Balik Dazoo, you can come to my salon and get hair cutting service from me. About coloring and other hairdressing services, I can serve. I'm working by appointment. In the description of my video of the haul, the social media address is available. Reaching here as an appointment by reaching the social media address. Haircut coloring. On the subject of hairdressing services, you can create an appointment. Like my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, dear friends. Thanks to you, my channel is growing day by day, and we become a bigger family. And our videos. If you want to be aware of my new videos, if you activate my channel's notification bell from my new videos, you can be informed. Our haircut is over. Now it's the last for you. I will show you after blow dry. Moving, as you can see, what we call layered one-hair design curtain bangs. Moving hair design. I have presented our work to you. Take care to see you with new videos. I wish you a good day.
Hello to you today. How to make pixie haircut design? I will explain it in detail. I create the basic distinctions, as the first distinction ways separates the hair cutie, determines exactly clearly of the basic distinctions. Well, it's very important not first. I create E-profile distinction profile. Distinction forehead from the beginning straight separation where we are separated to the occipital area, say. Profile separation. The second distinction is Thednully distinction, is also from the top point ouching. The tip of our comb from the point where his back touches starting. Saw from the temple regions and according to other temple from one temple to another. U-shaped distinction we have separated. Can also say E-hair. After creating this distinction we have divided into two main sections, C bottom and top first. Starting from the bottom of E-way, we'll start the cutting process at the bottom. I will create a horizontal separation from the neck. E neither too thick nor too thin. E in linea after creating a horizontal separation E. We are starting our hair cutie from the anxy part between fingers as much as our finger can talk a touch. Your hair neck vey start cutting at an angle of 45 degrees E. First the little E on the nape after, cleaning small hair with a shaver neck cross way diagonal E from the nape. Part by creating distinction C no. I start the cutting process. These 3 points I cut will be a guide for me. By following this guide, your higher going up step by step. I keep cutting burra. Yes, I touch my finger on the skin of the hair and E finger E high T. I cut it down at an angle of 45 degrees though. The second stage after cutting, I'm creating a horizontal distinction in Guinea following the hair point I had cut before E, and I cut in the same planiso. I cut it the same size E here again. E now starting from the right 45 degree cross separations with 1B creating E noothing is happening as I see. The hair spot I cut before it's suitable for the E part therein. The same E step by step in plan starting right to left. Eno. I am applying my cutting process. Got married. Didn't get it. It stayed on my head. From my head, I didn't. Want it all by myself? Yes, no. After getting to the middle part T, an hour, from right to left T, I cut I. Stop after I get to the middle and D. Same way left, right, left side. That is, everyone is in the middle 80 unity 45 degrees, from the right, from the left side again, in a middle way of 45 degrees E. I'm shortening it to come because the angle on the right, and the angle on the left because the hair. Direction is different E. I'm cutting the right side until the middle part then I quittin'. I start Guinea from the left side E Guinea at a general 45 degree angle thentet part toe. Cut the Guinea to the middle in the same way I'm going. To the third level. Friends. In the third stage. The hair point that I cut before E, I'm cutting E's. I will start cutting Berta, yes and more click, from a point. IQT will change the finger angle. I set my finger to 45 degrees then, waiting again so, E 45 degrees to come E. I take the hair point I cut before and the hour. Hair E, at a 45 degree angling cutting here friends occipital 4. Coming to the top of the region toe the occipital area so, I'm applying a short cut, then when I come to the top. In the last two parts so, the length of the hair is a little longer for applying a 45 degree angle. It doesn't happen in the same shortness. It goes from short to long so you didn't have a drug thingies. Exactly like fat wall, always have to pay attention to it. E as you can see, the higher parts became longer. I'm setting the angle Horacio because I cut it at 45 degree angles that he automatically came towards the top until it comes. E hair gets a longer look because the neck is short. The upper comb is a layered cutchered hair, a longer look at the top between people. There is nothing left between us. Ignorant mercy nothing left, became like Afghanis. So Islam neck part up to ear level eye. Cut the same way peak point with Donner Nifiso. What is this cruelties? Now when my son grows up can't, he travel with his friend so. He can't do anything so. What are we going to do now that boy as you can see? I came from the right to the left. Same from the left. I'm moving to the right at 45-degree angles he's cut after doing it. The sides remained on the back. You saw this from the top of the sides taking a subtle distinction from the hair point on the back eye. Take the guide and the guide a thin curtain at the topium, cutting the mirror size starting from the front after. Cutting this same length creating diagonal divisions again the curtain at the top of these distinctions in shape, sword. I took from the back how I'm coming back you see at the topi, created a guide for myself, like this guide with diagonal. Diagonal divisions down I cut by following an here on the right and lefty. I keep the hair length and without making mistakes I continue the hair length as you can see 2 hair points complemented each thurso. From the topi, a thin curtain. Shape I set a point for myself and with the bottom as you can see 45 the upper part of the middle party. Cut with degrees after cutting right and left no. We're at the top guys in the hill creating a crown separation again on the hill creating. A crown separation to the ear since one ear, and he divided the top into 2 main sections so. This is on the top now so guinea by this time. Uncreating a vertical distinction after creating this vertical separation found at the bottom I see the haircut I found, but what am I doing here a vertical angle of 90 degrees according to the direction of hair Scan most after scanning yourself after seeing my guide at the extreme with the sharpening cutting technique. That is, straight scissors I cut with a blow you are arresting. It's a shame for the young people to suppress those goals well. It seems to me that he can't press the young people. This 2 crown separation of the region where I create him cutting the first Stagino. How far? So many people who put it in jail how? Far baby? How far exact lies here? As a guide, always the previous hair point we cut by following friends never. Forget this away as guide appropriately. You move forward without making any mistakes you. Will have a proper haircut isn't he in the mood to use it? Yes, as you can see from the top upwards. Created a vertical separation from the beginning of the forehead and hair front starting from the back until you reach the stag again at the exit. Point of the hair as you can see. I scan upwards and 90 degree. Output scanning angling from the hair point we cut before after. Seeing my guide with straight scissor stroke hair at right angles according to the direction of hair exit cut at an angle of 90 degrees and I cut it with straight scissors service eyes 2 after cutting the middle part. This is the right and left part equally to the hair. Points gain at 90 degree angles according to the direction of hair exit scanning direction 90 degrees 90 degrees as a right angle from the exit direction of the hair with angle so. Now I'm doing a haircut I always follow my guide the previous hair point. I cut in my guide to continue in the same guide. My cutting process I continues eyes. Exactly. There is something like this. The Kiranyas here. Ilway's sharp horse cutting technique. That is, straight scissor blow, I apply it. So after the haircut is over same way, I will apply thinning to the ends of the hair as you can see here. I cut the right side. I'm going to the left now in the hair point. I wanted before slice starting from the back to the front slice. By slice oak. Okay, look at them they say, honest eyes. The hair point I cut before after CNG praying. Can such a thing happen? I cut with face scissors, service doing something going. Now I'm creating a vertical separation VZ previous options I, comb the hair in front of the exitum. Stepping upper open and arrow eyes. Yes, just like every teacher if you go but the teacher also tells him what he wants to do after cutting the process. Now I come to the forefront guinea. The same way I'm creating a vertical separation creating a vertical scanning angle I continue my hair QT. They did something, for example. My mother would tell, and I know it back up and the front is the same way coming upwards. I combine it with the hair point. I cut poured into the sea. He but now the man was a soldier in the Second World War, hid it for this. Think gawk, it may be moldy thing. Can be neat wife, can be tiredies after cutting. This cutting process is over guys know. Add texture to the hair, soften our aim is to ensure the transitions of haircut here, starting from the width with the E-file scissor-over-comb. First, with comb, as you can see here, I use a dark comb when cutting hair light, color. My comb is dark E. Light colored combi, dark comb on light hairy. In dark eye colored hyrus, light colored comb it will be more advantageous for you. Here is your hair. So you can see the hair more clearly. Better in straight cuts E. Can make clear cut your hair is Arabic, as you can see at the ends hearing parts with F-file scissor. From the bottom end parts of the hair, thinning the hair with F-file scissor. Be healthier in the traces of hair scissors on the hair, prevent it from happening. Softness, ends of the hair be blocking it with net scissors, because it softens more hair transitions. Hair evenly distributed together prevents scissors from forming in this way. The hair is more beautiful. Now they have all taken refusing. You have short hair, too short haircut, designixie, long layered, hair QT, redder, shadow, honey, hair. Coloring. If you want to receive services such as color change in the cops me social media, addresses in the description part of my video will. The hair cutting service by reaching my salon from Hair.ao can get to you soon. Where did he distribute them? All over the countries. Yes, no. I apply the thinning process will be one by one on social media. These conversations after the thinning process is over. I will apply the blow dry process and finish our design starting from the neck, hair progressing step by step to the ends of the hair, and the net scissors. I'm thinning purpose of thinning hair. Uniform distribution to each other, and the transitions are more beautiful in this way. Your hair grows and grows together, not a hard imagined, a more beautiful. Imagine happens, and it makes it happen, and there are soft transitions. Don't apply any files to the bottoms of the hair. Here I only apply the net scissors to the ends of the hair. Yes, and after applying the movie stream, 2 are finishing our transaction. We also have the forming process as the last process. Our hair design by applying the blow dry process final image TOE will show you. I hope you liked my video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I will be with you with new videos. So you guys have a short haircut and other hairstyles. If you want to get service, you can reach me on social media. Instagram now when you type Circin Kylan hairdresser from Google. From there you can easily reach my contact information. You can also reach it on WhatsApp. You can also reach it on Instagram. You can also reach it on TikTok. You can reach me on many social media platforms now. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I will be you with new videos. Take good care of yourself. See you soon.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. To you today, light haircut. I will explain in detail how to do this. We make basic distinctions when cutting hair. First basic distinction, profile separation. E from the middle of two eyebrows, straight separation, where we are separated to the neck. We say profile separation. 2. Separation, crown separation. Crown separation is also straight from one ear to the other ear. 1. The distinction we have separated as a line is called the crown separation. With these two distinctions, we divide the hair into 4 main sections. Now we divide our hair into 4 main sections. From the back part, we will determine the length of the hair by creating one horizontal distinction. So here to determine what size the hair is. First, we will create one horizontal distinction and form the basis of the hair. So we will cut your hair length. Here is the first from the middle part from the back E, after cutting the short part. Other parts too. Creating horizontal